So, good morning and welcome back to my Pagan Pathworks. And my name is Lisa, and this is I'm the founder of the channel. So this morning I'm gonna give you a garden tour because it's grown a lot and come a long way since my last garden tour video, and so I wanted to show off the results. But there's something else that I want to talk to you about before I do the garden tour. And it to me it's about superficial things, I suppose, but it's also about honesty and transparency and authenticity. So I'm gonna be right up front and say um, I am a blue jeans and t-shirt kind of girl. That's where I feel my most comfortable, um, and I have never liked makeup. Even as a young girl, I didn't like makeup. So if you're looking for a channel that the person is putting on makeup and nails and that, that's just not me. Um, I'm just not into all of that, and I really prefer to stay as natural as possible. So I just have never developed a love for makeup and nails, and that's not to say I never put it on. Um, I did put on makeup for my intro video, which probably needs to be updated. There's a time and a place for makeup to me, but on a daily basis, I just don't wear it. Um, I can't wear nail polish for my work, so I don't even put on nail polish for my work. Um, because of my work, I just it just hasn't been, something that I really enjoy doing. So I just don't do it. So I wanted to be upfront about that, even as I'm healing and recovering from my surgery. I'm just gonna stay. I'm just gonna stay being me because I think that being authentic is more important than dressing myself up with stuff that I don't wear on a daily basis. Um, I just I just can't make myself do it. So I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna stay my usual authentic self. Um, because I think that honesty and integrity is more important than putting on a show for the camera. Um, so with all that said, I hope you guys stay with me, and I'm gonna start out in the garden. So let me just get up. All right, I'm gonna flip you around so I can show you the garden. All right, first up is all my squash plants. Over here I have both zucchini squash and regular yellow long neck squash. I have a couple of I actually have a couple of varieties of the yellow squash over here, and it is doing pretty fantastic. We've had a lot of rain. The rain has helped the most, I think. Over here is my strawberries. I'm experiencing ants, as you can see the little ant pile down there. The ants have really been bad for my strawberry patch. But I have some remedies for that in the works, so I hope to get those out today. It hurts the ants and nothing else. And it's not environmentally toxic, so it keeps my garden as natural as possible. I have mixed in with all of this mess right here is some carrots. Not sure how well they'll do with all the dang rain we've had. And now they're getting big enough where I can tell the weeds from from the carrots. Let's see, those are carrots right there. So hopefully I'll be able to weed this patch pretty soon. I'm getting a lot of my mobility back from the surgery. As you can see, it's been kind of neglected while I've been out. And I really wanted to show you this right here, because this guy right here, this is a bean plant that volunteered from last year, and it has found its way to the fence, and I'm just gonna let it grow, because he volunteered, and he chose life the same way I did, so I'm just gonna let him grow. Now over here is this is my radish patch, and my radishes didn't do very well, or haven't done too very well this year. Of course, there's one big weed right there that I need to get to, but they just haven't done too well, and I don't know if it's the type of soil I put them in. That type of soil I wasn't real happy with when I got it out of the bag, so hope to do some amending when I've given these radishes enough time to do whatever they're gonna do. I haven't quite given up on them. And these, I forgot what I planted here because I didn't tag it, but it's watermelon and cantaloupes. Watermelon and cantaloupes there. And as we come along this way, these are my potatoes, which have done absolutely excellent, but as you can tell, they're getting, oh, where did that bug go? They're getting eat up by the bugs, which, you know, I don't see as many of those bugs. Here's one. I don't know what they are. See that little red bug? Oh, they fly. I had no idea they fly. But see that little red bug right there? They're eating the hell out of my potato plants. Which they're still doing okay. They have done absolutely amazing in the buckets this year. So what I did right was I got the right dirt, I guess, or soil for them this year. So happy with that. And here's my marigolds. My marigolds have done the best in this pot. I planted a couple other type of flowers, but they haven't bloomed yet. But the marigolds have. And over here is another. I thought this poor little rosemary guy was dead, but I'm so surprised to have. I thought the Snowmageddon got it, but it didn't. And it is hanging in there. I'm so happy it's hanging in there. It's got a lot of dead branches, but there's some of it that still has life, so I'm so happy about that. Now over here, what I did have some thyme pop up, and look at my cilantro. It is just amazing. I don't even cook that much with cilantro, but I think I'm gonna start just because, oh my god, look at all that beautiful. And it's great in salsa and avocados, so once I get going really good, I can utilize my garden for my own spices. Over here in the middle we have some oregano sprouting. I'm so pleased with that. Here's another rosemary bush I bought at the store because I thought the other rosemary died. This is just a little bit different variety of rosemary than what I have planted over there, but still beautifully awesome. And so over here is some basil. I'm gonna have to thin this out because I'm pretty sure that's too many. But I'm sad to say that my lavender and my sage didn't make it. So I'm gonna have to start over with that. which is okay. I can do that. I can start over. Gardens are just an experiment anyway, right? So over here is my in the bed garden. As you can see, it really needs some weeding, and since I've been out, I have not been able to weed at all. And corn is really hard to tell the difference between corn and grass. So I kind of let that area go a little bit till I was sure of what I was seeing. There's tomatoes in here. Some of them did not make it, but a couple of them did, and it'll be time to put the cages around them pretty soon. And this in the ground bed needs to be mulched and weeded really bad, but I'm not quite able to handle that just right yet. And then I have my bush beans over here, and there's some bell pepper growing in here somewhere. I think I got that one bush bean just a little close to those peppers, but they're hanging in there, so we'll see what happens there. These in the front are bush beans though. All these big lovely green ones are bush beans. So I'm just pleased with how well they're growing, especially in the ground, because this ground has come a long way since I started the garden. Over here, again, these things have insect damage on them, but they're hanging in there. These are cucumbers, and those in the back that have grown to the front are peas. So I can see right away that we might be having plants fighting for space on this, and it maybe wasn't the best idea to plant all my vining stuff in the same spot. But live and learn, right? So this is the front. These are just garden beans up here, like the ones that volunteered over there in my squash patch, because that's where my beans were last year. And so as we go around the corner, these are all of my onions, which I haven't been brave enough to try onion right now, because I still have a lot of stomach pain from gas, and you know what, onions don't agree with me well. But by the time these are ready to harvest, which will be soon, I hope, then I can eat onions again. And unfortunately, my nephew weed eated in here, and I forgot to tell him about my blue blackberry bramble, and it got weed eaten down, so that one's not there anymore. I don't think it was growing anyway, but you know. So here is my lettuce patch. Oh my gosh, it has just been the most amazing lettuce. I have enjoyed it in a salad. Lettuce that you grow yourself has so much flavor, more flavor. This right here is iceberg lettuce. I hope that it gets, sorry, I'm distracted. I have doodle bugs in here. I hope that it gets big enough to grow some lettuce heads before the hot summer weather comes, but I'm not gonna count on it, because lettuce and kale, these are cold weather crops. Look at that kale, those big beautiful leaves. It says red kale. I'm not sure why they call it red kale. other than that slightly red color on it, but it just turned out really beautiful. Alright, so I'm gonna turn the camera off right now, and I'm gonna take you around front and show you the gardens around front now, okay? Okay, I kind of want to start with this little tree, or this little bush, because Snowmageddon really did some damage to this poor little bush, and it's only partially came back from the super bad frost week that we had. And so I feel very fortunate that we still have this bush at all, because that week where we had such bad frost almost killed it. It's looking pretty good now. It's looking much better now. It's got some life still in it, so I'm very happy about that. So we're gonna just walk around over here. And I'm gonna show you the unfortunately the deer have been munching on my flowers here, so I have determined that these experiments, nothing is safe. They have munched on this as well. I'm a little irritated by that, but the deer really have no place else to go, and so, you know, I take my chances when I plant anything out here in the front, and unfortunately they have been munching on my flowers. This bed, however, they do, oh my god, they've eaten all the flowers off the lily. I'm so disappointed. Normally they don't eat those lily flowers, but they did this year. Gosh bless, and there was like 5 or 6. That's the most I've ever seen that plant bloom that many flowers. It's just been an amazing year for it, and unfortunately the deer ate all the flowers off of it. The Jew that I'm sure that little purple plant down there has a different name, but my mother always calls it a wandering Jew, and I'm sure that Jew is coming back pretty good, and I'm happy for that. There is some vining flowers that we planted in there last year that I thought we pulled out. We might have to pull those out because they kind of choke the life out of everything else around them. But I'm gonna wait and see what happens. We'll see. Everything else in there looks good. The frost got our cactus, and my nephew has slowly been trying to cut it down and take it out because it just did not survive that winter weather. It just was, there was nothing we could do to save it, so unfortunately it had to go. And here is another lesson in what not to do, because I cleared this flower bed of everything, and then I planted sunflowers, and our buddies, the deer, have eaten them down to the stalk. So no, I've learned that if it's something that I want to eat, or a flower that I really want to see bloom, don't put it out here in front, because likely the deer are going to eat it. So I'm going to replant those sunflowers in the in-ground bed, inside the fence, as soon as I'm feeling better. We have a long growing period here, so I think we should be okay with that. And unfortunately my marigolds didn't come back this year. I don't know what happened, but the marigolds that were in this bed did not come back. But that's okay, because I still have time to plant some. And over here, I don't know what these called. These beautiful plants. I don't know what they're called. But they're doing very, very, very well. And of course we have a tree growing over here that we need to take out. That's gonna take some doing, so I don't know what to do about that tree, but it can't stay there because it's too close to the house. Over here is I'm so surprised that my jasmine is coming back. After the deer ate it and the frost, I've planted lots of different spices in here. But I think between the shade from the tree and just having too much rain lately, that a lot of what I planted just isn't gonna make it. But we'll see what happens. But I am happy to see that the jasmine came back. So anyway, that's the tour of my little patch in the dirt, and I hope that you enjoyed the tour, and stay tuned to the channel for my next video. And I invite you to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time and attention. Have a great day. Okay, realized after I said my goodbyes that I did not include the outside of the garden, and as you can see, there is nothing left in this bed. I had moonflowers planted here, and over time the deer have eaten all of them. There is no saving them. They don't like marigolds, so the marigolds that I've planted here have survived, but any other thing, they just